hello beloveds, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been away for so long. It is now the 27th of October. I haven't posted since forever. It's been a very tough year, as you can all imagine, but today, so I thought I should really go all out, because I haven't been here for such a long time. And I really felt like I should go all out for you guys this time. Okay, so I got some hair. Yes, some Nubia silver hair. Yes. Okay. This is a bob. I'm gonna do a short little quick shout out to her. She's been really great. She's really on point, prompt, with getting that stuff and with communication. Yeah, I won't get into what I saw online. Y'all are nasty sometimes, but I got my hair and it's fabulous. So today, actually, why I'm fully done is because I want to take you guys through the making of the solar ball. Solar Ball is a film that I think Stegfund 20 queer black people or people of color were involved in making of the film, from everywhere around the country, or rather, yeah, some parts of the country. So the cast members came from Cape Town, Johannesburg, Grahamstown or Makanda now, and Gauteng. Yes, 2 from Gauteng, 1 from Makanda, and 2 from Cape Town. Those are the featured artists, including myself. I mean, in the 2 in Cape Town. And then there were, a couple of really generous friends, really good friends that came in and shot the part at the with the LGBTQ plus flag.
I'm a weird venom, no light. I'm a heart of gold, no fight. I have heaps of light, spilling, pouring, oozing from my flesh.
We're underneath the subway, and these 2 subways at Up Station one of them has the rainbow colors, which are on this clip. And on this day, it was actually my birthday. It was the 15th of March. It was so special. My birthday was on a Sunday. I remember it was such a special gift. Bev time. This is my favorite Bev. Yeah, if I'm not having this, then I'm having, if the budget is good, I'm having some, what you call MCC. Yeah, so let me just have a sip.
Eviction order, no notice. Rain free, that's a bonus. Hop on the bar, make it look like a surface area.
So, yeah, I thought if I'm being honest with myself, about having, a varied semiotic or a varied representation of queer black bodies and people of color in Cape Town and beyond, specifically the country, then I have to, have the bodies there. I'm not all of that myself. I'm only one, type of queer person in South Africa. So it had to be, I had to, I thought it was very important for us to have a lot more other bodies. And also on this thing of material gain and our rights in South Africa translating to material gain if I'm being honest about that and wanting that, I need to play the role. I'm going to talk a little bit about how we selected the bodies, right? I think it's very important. It wasn't an open audition because I needed some level of being deliberate. The body had to be, or the person had to be queer. Two, they had to be a person of color, based in South Africa. We were obviously also looking at, because we thought, look, if the National Arts Festival, so the Solar Ball was premiered on the National Arts Festival platform, on the very first virtual National Arts Festival happened this year, and the Solar Ball was part of that. So we thought to ourselves, look, if it is a virtual thing, then, I mean, originally, right, with the Solar Ball, what we wanted to do was to go to Grahamstown and gather queer people of color in the same space, and have a ball. Yes, every other day we wake up and our bodies and our names are being, reported on very in very dire situations. So my life's work, I think, for now, at least in terms of doing this thing that I do of subverting the tragic story. Yes, it is there, and I do talk about it, but there are those that are still living and are actually persevering past the daily news. I feel that is also very, very important for us to illuminate that, to bring that to the fore, that we are living and we are persevering, and we are doing our best at this thing of emerging through the ruts and the not so favorable conditions that are our land, right, especially Africa, with our very progressive constitution. It still doesn't amount to any material gain, Instead, we're all dying in various ways. Kevin Fontaine passed away. They were tragically murdered with they were stabbed. They died on their way to the hospital. I met Kevin at what was the UCT School of Dance, which is now the Center for Theatre, Dance and Performance Studies. Yeah, that's how I knew Kevin. Kevin and I shared a stream. Kevin was in the classical ballet stream as a major in classical ballet as myself. They were openly queer, very fierce and vivacious, and very steadfast in what they believed in and who they are. So that's the person that I met. Yeah, a drink to her. Back to why who was chosen and why they were chosen, because of the work they do online, the work they do, what they stand for. I mean, online is really the only place that I could tell, or while we were sitting down and choosing, doing the work of choosing, that's the only way we could tell who's doing what and where and whatnot. And also, we were also looking for, at least to represent, we were also looking to have most of the LGBTQ plus spectrum in the film. So while we were selecting the selection, also one of the criteria or the prerequisites was that a person, couldn't have more of one, And the brief for the Solar Ball was that we would like you to be at home, all right? So that is kind of like another prerequisite, but I mean, wherever one lives, right? But the main thing was for us, we want to see during lockdown, what are the dynamics of queer bodies? As we were reconceptualizing, guys, there was a lot of conceptualizing, and really like a meticulous, constant checking in with the concept, as it had to adapt, you know, and look like what our world was and is still looking like right now. Even more so during the lockdown, we couldn't. We even tried to perhaps maybe travel out, or at least have the production team travel out, because we were worried about quality. My manager and I are very, very big on quality of the work, and especially of like of a film. We were worried about the quality. How are we going to make sure quality assurance? How are we going to do this? So this is where our production director came in very, very handy. They put together literally a specs kind of thing for each participant or featured artist to follow, like using what phone and what having it on landscape or portrait, those kind of prompts, So we thought, okay, it's not necessary. Also, we weren't able to travel at that time, so we had to rely on just trust and rely on the fact that people will show up and follow the guidelines and what were given by the production director. So yeah, people were shooting from home, and the brief was that you should be home. Just tell us how you're performing or being yourself at home, or what has changed or what has not changed, what has amplified, what has come to the fore for you in terms of like how you conduct yourself and how you do queerness. And then now for the shot at the church, right?
Zima, do you want to see? It's not like real, it's like a little bit jolty, but you can actually see. Just step back so you can see what it looks like. So like that, when I'm doing this, and you can even see on that screen if the focus is right. Should we try outside? Sure. You want to go and
Sorry?
you want to go do that now?
Or do I have to?
Yes, just so we can make sure that we're getting the shot you need.
So we live at the church, and remember, the Solar Ball was interested in knowing how you are living at home, or like or what's home like in this time of the Rona and stuff like that, So that happened, and then I obviously, as I said earlier, I moved home. And so I was also home, and that's home for me. The church is home. And I thought, what a powerful way to actually reconcile my complexities, right? I'm as a queer body in church, and then I wove that part of my intersection in terms of religion and my queerness. Making the work at the church was for me very, very powerful on so many levels. And I don't want to speak so much about what it meant to me. I know you guys are probably interested. What it meant to me. Okay, I will share that. But I'm also very interested to know what you guys think about all of this, right? Please comment below and share and like get the conversation going. For me, this channel is more about conversation and like talking about these things that, these things that make up our complex selves. For me, it really just felt like I came full circle, because I'd been I grew up in the church, and then I became a very big part of the church in terms of like being an altar server, and then I also left the church for a while. Yes, that's how Solar Ball went. We shot at the church, and we got permission from the church, and it just, for me, it felt like full circle, really coming full circle, and just acknowledging all my bits and pieces, and also being acknowledged in the church space as well. It was very important for I understand that I'm very fortunate. I'm one of the fortunate few that are accepted in their church. Even though it still needs to, move. There's more to be done, guys. There's always more to be done. But yes, we take small strides and we work, y'all.